What's up, everybody? This is Mike Lovelace with Lovey's Fat Life, and today we got a smoking meat video for you. Man, if you love briskets and burnt ends, we're going to do chuck roast burnt ends. Some people call them poor man's burnt ends. They're not really poor man burnt ends because the price of them is comparable to what briskets are, but these things turned out absolutely awesome. In fact, they were so good, we took them to a Christmas function that my wife, all of them were ate, and my wife said, hey, fix another batch this weekend. So we're going to show you this video, cut this video for you, and then I'm going to fix another batch of these in the next day or two. But hang with us. Please like and subscribe if you like what we're doing. But we're doing chuck roast burnt ends. Thank you. All right, on these chuck roasts, we picked up a 2-pack at Sam's Club. I think they were pretty expensive, like $5.28 or $5.08 a pound. But this was about 5 pounds, a little over 5 pounds. So it was around $25, $26 for these two for 5 pounds. I absolutely did no trimming or anything on them. So there was a little bit of fat cap on one side, and the hard fat in the middle, but we didn't do any kind of trimming on whatsoever. I did use as a binder a little bit of virgin olive oil. You don't have to use that at all, but I like using it on my briskets. So what we do is we pour this virgin olive oil on both sides. We get the sides, top and bottom, and the sides. Kind of massage that in a little bit, and then we turn around and add my salt, pepper, SPG, salt, pepper, and garlic powder mixture. Just let me give you my ratio that I use, and of course change this up to your liking. But I like to start out with a tablespoon of pepper. Actually, I'm sorry, 2 tablespoons of pepper, 1 tablespoon of kosher salt, and then 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. And then at the very end, I'll still sprinkle just a little bit more pepper on top because I like a pepper crust on mine. I think it helps with the bark as well, and it's also not so hot that it is overbearing with a pepper seasoning on the outside. So again, I'll put that at the very end of this, but it's 2 parts pepper, 1 part kosher salt, 1 part garlic powder. That's my SPG ratio that I like to use. But again, when we put this on here, we want to sprinkle it, not too heavy, but semi-heavy on both sides. And then you also want to get the sides of this. You'll notice that I take it and do the sides as well, because you want this thing to create a great bark. And of course it does. At the end of this, you'll see. I am going to mess around with this. I've heard some people use, the Black Ops. It's got the coffee in it. I want to try to mess around with this a little bit later on in another video where I take some instant coffee and add to this SPG and see how that turns out. I've heard a couple of people say they really like it. But again, SPG, salt, pepper, garlic powder. I do a 2-1-1 ratio. 2 parts pepper, 1 part kosher salt, and 1 part garlic powder. All right, so it's a little after 3 in the morning. And we got these 2 chuck roasts we're getting ready to put on. We hit the 180 extreme smoke. And let's go ahead and put these bad boys. Let's go ahead and put these bad boys on. Put them right there in the center. Got 2 of them, about 2.5 pounds each. And we're gonna let these things bathe in extreme smoke for a couple hours, and then we'll bump it up to 225. All right, so we put these on at about 3:05 in the morning, and it's almost 9 o'clock now. It's about 8:50, 8:55. And it's a wet Christmas Eve morning.
So we set this up on the edge of our garage with the, we actually have a fan right here on low that's helping keep the smoke out of the garage. But we got this on the edge here, protected somewhat from the rain. The rain is hitting the topper right here, where you put your, or hopper, where you put your pellets in. But we're gonna open this up and see how these things look, what the temp is on inside. You can see this thing is definitely 225 is what we had it on. We did extreme smoke from 306 to about 520, and then at 520 we cut it up to 225. Didn't even leave my bedroom. Hit that app and it went up to 225. It's been running 225 steady ever since. So let's open this up and see what they look like. These were total was over 5 pounds, just a tad over 5 pounds. They're about 2.5 pounds each. We'll see how much they've shrunk up and what the internal temp is now. Yeah, they've shrunk up quite a bit. This one's still got a lot of size to it. We'll go ahead and see what the internal temp is. Alright, so we added another light on here so you can really see these a little better. This big old grill, this thing they look small, but let's see what the internal temp is. Alright, that's 159. Smaller one here. 163, 164. So we're getting ready to wrap these, and like it says 162 now. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap these. Normally I wait to 165, but we're right there at it. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap these in aluminum foil and put them back on till they hit probe tenderness, probably around between 195 and 203, 205. So probably be about 200 to 203 probably. But we'll go ahead and wrap these up, put them back on, and let them finish on out. Alright, so I just, temperature dropped down pretty low. I got my Maverick 732, whatever type thermometer you use, meat probe. But I'll just show you how I got mine set up. It's nothing special, just comes through the side right here. Got the probe in the middle here for the middle temperature. Got these both wrapped in aluminum foil now, and gonna let these things ride to probably about 195, and then we'll start probing them to see how tender they are. All right, to get probe tenderness, for this reason, we've actually had to go a little higher. It's 208, 209 to get it completely. We can see how I'm pushing in, coming out real easy. There's a couple places there was a tug, so it got up to 206 to 208. So that whole thing about 203, 205, 195, each brisket or chuck roast is going to be different. So just make sure you get it to probe tenderness. We're going to take these two right here, wrap them again in aluminum foil, and put them in a cooler for a little while, and then we'll pull them out and put them in chunks, put them back on the smoker.
All right, it's getting close to the moment of truth, and what we do here is we wrap these in aluminum foil again, put them in a cooler for about an hour, and I was working on a ham as well at the same time. Then we unwrap them, keep that juice, put that juice in the pan, and cut these things into about 1.5 inch cubes, ever how you want to cut them up. And then we turn around and put some rib candy on them. So as you can tell by this, these things were tender. Of course, we did the probe tenderness test. There's a nice little smoke ring on these. The bark was really, really good on these as well. A little bit of that pepper taste to it, but it wasn't overbearing. But see, again, on both of these, all you do is you cut them into squares, put them back into a half pan, and then turn around and drizzle that rib candy on them. So I cannot speak highly enough of rib candy. I've got the apple brown sugar habanero, and then I've got the mango habanero. I think I like the mango habanero just a tad more. But man, those are incredible sauces. They're great on pork and beef. So try these out on your burnt ends, or even if you do this recipe and do a chuck roast. Both are absolutely incredible sauces. They have a sweetness to them and just a little bit of heat on the back end of them. So here we're doing our second one, same as the first. We're just going to cut this up into chunks, and then we'll end up adding a little bit more of this mango habanero sauce to these. So try both these out. Buy a bottle of each one of them. Go to Sam's Club or Costco, get you a 2-packer on these chuck roasts and give them a try. Excellent, excellent bite on these. All right, so we got the, this is the apple brown sugar rib candy on the chuck roast. I tried one without that on there and I tasted it. It's good. And then this is the mango habanero. So we're gonna put them back on the recteq for about 45 minutes to an hour and let that rib candy caramelize. We'll come out here probably every 15-20 minutes and then kind of move them around a little bit with the bamboo spoon. So again, this is the apple on the left and the mango on the right. So we're gonna let them in here and get a little bit more smoke on them and caramelize the sauce on top of the poor man burnt ends, chuck roast burnt ends, fake brisket burnt ends, whatever you want to call them. But they're good, I can tell you that. I've already sampled one of them. This right here is apple brown sugar from rib candy. This one is mango habanero. All right, so we're going to try one of these apple brown sugar by rib candy on a chuck roast burnt end. I'm telling you, that is excellent. You've got to try that out. Love the rib candy sauce, the glaze. That's great on pork and beef, but those burnt ends are incredible. Let's try the mango habanero next. All right, this is the mango habanero chuck roast burnt end. That smoke taste, the mango, a little bit of heat on the back end with that habanero in there. I'm telling you, these are definitely one of my favorites. You gotta try this out. You can go on Amazon or look at some other barbecue stores for the rib candy sauces. Definitely try a chuck roast out. Not exactly like a brisket, but very close. And you don't have to buy a big packer just to get the point off instead of the flat. These were chuck roasts. It's $5. It's not a poor man's burnt ends. They're not cheap. But it cost me $25 versus paying, you know, $80, $90 for a full brisket when you want to do something for a smaller group. So definitely check this out. Like and subscribe to our channel for more smoking meat. Lovey's Fat Life, food and travel. Love you guys. Have a great, great time. Merry Christmas. Hey, if you like what we're doing here, please like and subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. We're going to have a few playlists here that you can click on and check out. We love to do traveling to the beach and cruises, the mountains, the forest. Love doing that, but we also love smoking meat and doing food reviews. That's what our channel is all about. We love you guys. Please like and subscribe to us again if you like what we're doing. Have a great day.